Hello, buddies. Thank you for coming to our SPOTO 2026 Ultimate Guide to Mastering PMP Exam live quiz webinar today. Let me ask you a question. Are you starting out on your journey to the PMP exam and don't know where to begin? I'm sure that you have no idea about that. That's why should you join our webinar and follow us to figure it out. So, in today's topic, well, go deep into simple steps to earning the PMP certification. Mainly focus on the requirement of PMP certification, the PMP exam process, and also, we'll try the PMP practice test together. Join today to test yourself, and I will show you the real exam questions and answers. Besides, you can not only get your target exam dumps at a lower price, but also get an opportunity to win free study material and a crazy discount for exam dumps. Please stay tuned for the later part. Okay. So now, the Project Management Professional Certification is a globally recognized project management certification that tests the candidate's ability to manage the people, processes, and the business priorities of the professional project. There are over 1 million PMP certification holders worldwide, according to the Project Management Institute, which administers the certification. It's applicable to project management, including house, construction, information technology, business. Let's go back to today's topic, simple steps to earning the PMP certification. In order to get the certification, you will have to meet the experience requirements and pass the certification exam. Here's the step-by-step guide to getting your PMP certification. I'll simply it into 3 steps. First, meet the PMP requirements. Second, apply to take your exam. Third, book and take the PMP exam. Okay, before you can take the PMP exam, you will have to make sure you are eligible. You need either 35 hours of project management course training and at least 36 months of project management experience if you have a 4-year degree, or 35 hours of project management course training with 6 months of experience if you have an associate degree or high school diploma, or 35 hours of project management course training with 24 months of experience if you have a bachelor's or higher degree. The PMP certification is valid for 3 years. You will need to spend 60 hours during the time frame on professional development activities to maintain it. Otherwise, you can sign up to take the exam again. So, your PMP certification eligibility. You meet the experience requirements and you meet the training requirements, where you have signed up to a course that will let you meet the training requirement. Okay. Your PMP eligibility also requires you to show you have had 35 contact hours of project management training. So how to get 35 contact hours of project management training? Don't worry if you can instantly the management course you have done. First, go back through your professional development records and see what's there. All project management related training from your entire life counts towards your total. For example, if you took a 2-day project management class when you were fresh out of school, then you already have 16 contact hours, even if that was 20 years ago. As long as you still have a record of the course and an attendance certificate, you can count the hours. And the most easy way to get it is to join SPOTO PMP training. After training, you can get the Certified PDU certificate. And if you meet this criteria, you are eligible to take the exam. You can move on to the next step. Make an account with PMI and get started on an application for the PMP exam. This will entail sharing basic personal information like your educational background, as well as details on the projects you've worked on. So for the projects you've led, you need to provide where you've worked, your role and responsibilities, duration of projects. Also, for the training you've completed, you should provide institutions attended, courses completed, and the qualifying hours. Also, the PMI has provided the PMP application checklist. You can join our study group or share the checklist in the group. Okay, now please keep this information in mind as you completed your application. Remember to run through the points below to make sure you have everything covered. Firstly, the project interests represent professional project work experience only. I haven't included experience such as the following examples, which are not acceptable, like your own personal wedding, academic research for a degree granting program, creation of a newsletter, home improvement project. Secondly, all of the projects you've included are listed individually. You should not have listed multiple projects as one entry. Next, you should have included the true title of the project or basic descriptor of the project purpose, not your role on the project in the title field. Last, each of the project descriptions are high-level summaries of the project in total. Then, your project's entries do not include routine, operational, or administrative tasks and responsibilities. Next, you should accurately have indicate the number of team members who participated in this project and the budget for a project. Okay, that's all you need to check and confirm during application. Once you've approved, you pay the exam fee and schedule a test. Your application will be reviewed, and then you will need to pay an exam fee if you are qualified to move forward. The member price is $425. The non-member prices is $675. Once approved to take the exam, you can schedule your exam time and the testing site near you, or you can take it online. Yes. Administered on a secure platform using proven exam delivery technology, the online exam is exactly the same as a version administered at a test center. The same quality, the same questions, and there's even a live proctor. The only difference, you can take it in your pajamas. With 24/7 testing options to accommodate your schedule, you can take the exam day or night. All you need when you are ready to take the exam is to schedule your online or center-based exam soon, as appointments are limited and filling fast. A computer with a webcam, a reliable internet connection, a quiet space where you can spend a few uninterrupted hours. For the exam preparation, either through coursework or on your own, several exam preparation providers recommend spending 60 to 120 hours studying. This can take several months depending on how fluently you study. If you want to pass the PMP effortlessly, you can choose SPOTO to help you prepare and pass exam. For more details, you can contact our study group at admin for details. Don't forget to join our study group. Click the link on the comment section and join now. Thank you. And now, what's on the exam? Research indicates that employers will need to fill nearly 2.2 million new project-oriented roles each year through 2027. This means skilled project managers are in high demand. The PMP certification is designed by project professionals for project professionals and validates that you are among the best highly skilled in people. 42% of exam. Composing a little less than half of the exam, the people section includes questions on leading and building exams, managing conflict, supporting virtual teams, mentoring, and other related topics, emphasizing the soft skills you need to effectively lead a project team in today's changing environment. Process is 50% of exam. The process section tests your knowledge on the methodology of seeing a project through to completion. You might be asked about managing budgets and other resources, scheduling, handling changes in the project, and determining the best methodologies for the project, reinforcing the technical aspects of successfully managing projects. Business accounts for 8% of exam. The business environment portion of the exam deals broadly with the more business-minded aspects you will have to tackle as a project manager, like compliance, delivering value, and supporting organizational change, highlighting the connection between projects and organizational strategy. Roughly half of the content represents predictive project management approaches, while the other half represents agile or hybrid approaches. The research conducted through the job task analysis validated that today's project management practitioners work in a variety of project environments and utilize different project approaches. Accordingly, the PMP certification will be reflected of this and will incorporate approaches across the value delivery spectrum. About half of the examination will represent predictive project management approaches, and the other half will represent agile or hybrid approaches. Predictive, agile, and hybrid approaches will be found throughout the three domains and are not isolated to any particular domain task. PMP certification validates that you have the project leadership skills employers seek. The new PMP includes 3 key approaches: predictive, waterfall, agile, and hybrid. The exam is comprised of 180 questions. The previous exam was 200, but the same number of questions will be scored. In 230 minutes to complete the exam, 1 additional break for a total of 2 10-minute breaks for computer-based tests. No scheduled. Questions will be combination of multiple choice, multiple responses, matching, hotspot, and a limited fill in the blank. Now, let's see the prototype questions to learn more. Okay, after knowing the exam types, the most important one is how to prepare for the PMP exam and how to pass the exam, which we will share in the later of the webinar. Please stay tuned and keep watching our live webinar. Thank you. Now, we come to the most exciting part. Let's do a participate test together to assess your knowledge and skill. Are you nervous? Yes, I'm a little bit nervous too. Don't worry, Let's try together, and I'll show the correct answers and the explanation to help you understand the questions well. For winners who answers all the questions, he or she will get extra bonus to win free PMP official guide. Wow, it's amazing! Can't wait to see it. Let's move to the quiz part. Now, let's see the first quiz. A project manager leads a development project for a mobile chatting application. One of the experienced developers constantly creates conflict with the other team members. As a result, the other team members are refusing to work with the developer. What should the project manager do in this situation? First, A. Meet with developer and ask them to be respectful with the other team members. And B. Meet with the team members and developer individual demonstration and build an action plan accordingly. C. Connect the team's feedback and send it to human resources to resolve the conflict. D. Arrange a team building training session and require all the team members to attend. Yes, think about it. Okay, the correct answer is B. When a specific individual is a source of conflict that is severe enough to stop collaboration, the project manager must investigate the root cause before taking action. The most effective and impartial way to do this is to conduct a private individual meeting. Yes, speaking with the disruptive developer and the other affected team members separately creates a safe space for everyone to share their perspective honestly. This allows the project manager to gather all the facts, understand the nuances of the conflict, and then develop a targeted, well-informed action plan for resolution. Are you ready? Okay, let's go to the second question. The project manager has noticed that a specific team member rarely contributes or shares opinions during team discussions. However, the team member is effective at delivering assigned tasks on time. How can the project manager leverage this? A. Engage with the team member. Let them know their strengths and encourage them to contribute more. B. Meet with the team member and share their thoughts with others so everyone can benefit. C. Pair this team member with a more outspoken team member so their voice can be heard more. D. Ensure the team member is assigned critical past tasks to meet the schedule. Okay, think about it. The correct answer is A. This is a leadership and motivation question. The team member is a solid performer but quiet in group setting. The first step is direct and positive engagement. By meeting with a team member, acknowledging their strengths and effective delivery, and then gently encourage them to share more, the project manager can build their confidence. Yes, this shows the team member that their contributions are valued and that their options are wanted, which is often the first step in helping an introverted but skilled person become more comfortable participating in group discussions. Okay. Are you get the correct answer? Okay, next one. Question 3. A project was delivered on time and on budget, meeting all scope requirements. However, during the project celebration, a key business stakeholder declares the project a failure because it did not deliver any meaningful business value. What should the project manager have done to avoid this perception? A. Involve the business stakeholders in the sprint review. B. Define product backlog priorities with the sponsor and the key stakeholders to deliver business benefits. C. Implemented a closing survey for key stakeholders. D. Confirmed that there is a communications management plan in place to make business stakeholders aware of the success. Okay, think about it. I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, please type your answers in the comment zone. Now I'll reveal the answer. The correct answer is B. Defined product backlog priorities with the sponsor and the key stakeholders to deliver business benefits. Because the project met all its constraints like time, budget, scope, but failed to deliver business value. This is a classic sign of the misalignment between the project's outputs and the stakeholders' desired outcomes, right? So to prevent this, the project manager should have worked collaboratively with the sponsor and the key stakeholders from the beginning to define and prioritize the product backlog based on what would deliver the most significant business benefits. This ensures that the team is always working on the most valuable features, not just checking off a list of scoped items. Yes, did you get the right answer? Okay, now let's go to the next one. A project manager observes that one extroverted team member has begun to dominate team discussions, causing other members to become noticeably more passive. So A. Raise the issue in a team meeting and ask for more balanced participation. B. Speak with each team member individually to better understand their perspective. C. Meet privately with the dominant and ask them to be more inclusive. D. Continue to observe the team's dynamics and only intervene if someone complains. Yes, please think about it. Okay, answer is C. Yes, check the explanation in the right part. Meet with and ask them to be more inclusive. Individuals' behavior impacting team dynamics. The most effective and professional first step is to address it directly and privately with the person involved. A private conversation allows the project manager to provide specific, constructive feedback to the dominant team member without embarrassing them in front of the group, right? So the goal is to make them aware of their behavior's impact and coach them on how to be more inclusive, such as by asking questions or intentionally creating space for others to speak. This approach respects the individual while working to improve the team's overall collaborative environment. Okay, next one. Question 5. Due to a company merger, the project has a new main stakeholder. This stakeholder complains about being unaware of the project delay that was previously communicated to all other stakeholders via the standard weekly email. How should the project manager address this situation? A. Discuss project requirements with the new stakeholder and update the communications management plan. B. Send evidence to the new stakeholder that the project status was sent according to the schedule. C. Suggest that the new stakeholder reveal the project status before the next board meeting. And D. Share the communication management plan with the new stakeholders. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is the right answer? Wow, the correct answer is A. Discuss project requirements with the new stakeholder and update the communication management plan. Yes, and we have the explanation here. Please check it. Okay, next one. During the construction project, the owner of the neighboring business raises a formal complaint, stating that the building's current height violates the publicly filed project plans. What should the project manager do first? So A. Ask the neighbor to submit a formal complaint about their concerns. B. Inform the neighbor that the complaint will be escalated to the project sponsor. C. Inform the neighbor that all of the project documentation has been approved. And D. Ask the neighbor to leave the site immediately because the site is on private property. Let's see the correct answer. A. Ask the neighbor to submit a formal complaint about their concerns. When an external party raises a formal complaint, the first step is to ensure it is properly documented through official channels. Asking the neighbor to submit a formal complaint accomplishes several things. First, it moves the issue from the verbal accusation to a documented and traceable record. Second, it provides the project manager with the specific details of the complaint, which plans are being violated by how much, etc. And third, it initiates the formal issue resolution process for the project. This is a professional and a structured first step before an investigation or escalation can occur. Yes? Did you get it? Okay. Next one. The sponsor of a high priority project of the board of directions. This stakeholder has many other commitments and is not actively engaged in the project. How should the stakeholder be engaged in the project? A. Keep the stakeholder informed and consult with them based on their needs. B. Involve the stakeholder in governance and decision making. C. Consult with the stakeholder and increase their level of interest. And D. Made aware of the project process. Let's see the correct answer. A. Keep the stakeholder informed and consult with them based on their needs. Okay, please look at the explanation. Yes, I see some of you have typed your answer in the comment zone, right? Okay. Next one. During project sponsor, directly ask the team to add a new enhancement to the product. How should the project manager address this request? A. Accept the request because it came from the project sponsor. And B. Refuse the project sponsor's request because it is out of the scope. And C. Check if the budget can cover the enhancement. And D. Validate the proposed changes impact on the project. What is answer? What is your answer? Please type in our comment zone. The correct answer is D. Yes, validate the proposed changes impact on the project. And please check the explanation in the right part. Okay, you finished? Okay, next one. An agile team is estimating work for the next iteration using story points. The project manager noticed that the estimates vary widely, with some activities estimated at 2 story points and others at 100 story points. What should project manager ask the team to do next? Answer A. Negotiate the estimation so it gets smaller. B. Break down the larger activities into smaller ones. C. Resize the story points. And D. Execute the smaller estimated activities. So what is your answer? Okay, time is up. Correct answer is B. Break down the larger activities into smaller ones. When story estimates vary this widely, 2 points versus 100 points, it indicates that some stories are massive epics, while others are smaller tasks. In Agile, items entering a sprint should be small enough to be completed within that iteration. A 100-point story is likely too big for a single sprint. The correct action is to decompose or break down the large items into smaller, more manageable user stories that can be estimated more accurately and flow better. Reduce story size by splitting stories. Use relative estimation with the entire team to estimate. Consider splitting stories to use smaller stories. Okay. Next one. A client has requested that a new product be implemented in just 4 months and is willing to increase the budget to meet this deadline. The project manager's initial estimate, however, is 8 to 12 months, and adding more resources will be significantly shorten this timeline. What should the project manager do to address the situation? It's difficult, right? So A, motivate the team to work more efficiently and improve over time in order to meet the client's goal in 4 months. B. Seek additional resources from the subcontractors and other resources to parallelize the necessary work. C. Discuss with the client alternative approaches to deliver the minimal viable product in 4 months and the rest later. D. Call a meeting with the client so they will understand that 4 months is not enough time to deliver the product. What is your answer? The correct answer is C. Yes, you can check in our red part. Okay, now let's go on. Midway through a sprint, the product owner requests an urgent change to the sprint backlog. Starting it is necessary to meet a new regulatory deadline. What should the project manager do? A. Discuss with the stakeholders about the possibility of accommodating the feature changes. B. Submit the feature changes to the change control board so they can evaluate and approve. C. Perform the change only if it has a higher or equivalent priority of the current remaining features. And D. Follow the plan by delivering the features and handle the change later in the project. Okay, time is up. The answer is A. Discuss with stakeholders about the possibility of accommodating the feature changes. Alright? Okay. Let's go on. A project manager is several months into the project when a major issue, which was never identified as a risk, suddenly appears. This issue has the potential for a significant negative impact on the project. What should the project manager do? A. Avoid managing the issue as it was not registered as a risk for the project and there is no planned response to it. B. Hold a meeting with the project team and the relevant stakeholders to agree on the best way to manage the issue. C. Delay the project until the issue is addressed and no longer presents as a risk to the project. And D. Inform the sponsor that the issue has arisen and that the project success may be uncertain. What is your answer? A, B, C, or D? It's B. Hold a meeting with the project team and the relevant stakeholders to agree on the best way to manage the issue. Yes. Okay, you finished? That's good. Let's go on. A recently concluded quality audit failed and came back with multiple action items. A newly appointed project manager is reviewing the project status with the team. New stakeholders have been identified and new audit resources may have to be added to the project. What should the project manager do next? A, B, C, or D? What is your answer? It's B. A failed quality audit, multiple corrective actions, the need for new resources, and addition of new stakeholders all represent significant deviations from the project plan. They are not isolated issues, but interconnected changes that impact multiple project domains, including quality resources, stakeholders, and the likely cost. The owning process designed to handle such complex interrelated changes is integrated change control. This overarching process ensures that all impacts are holistically assessed and formally approved by the CCB before any corrective actions or plan updates are implemented. Do you get the correct answer? Okay. Next one. During project execution, the team discovers that a key deliverable was overlooked during the initial scope definition. An initial analysis showed that incorporating this deliverable will not impact the project's critical path. What should the project manager do? A, B, C, or D? Let's see the correct answer. A. Submit a change request. Discovering a missed key deliverable that impacts the critical path is a major issue, requiring a formal change to the project's baseline. The only professional way to manage this is to submit a formal change request. This initiates the integrated change control process, allowing the change control board and key stakeholders to analyze the full impact of adding the deliverable and formally approve the necessary adjustments to the project plan. Simply updating the scope or adding resources without this formal process leads to uncontrollable scope creep and project failure. Next one. A board member has requested an estimated cost for the minimum viable product to secure formal project approval. So, A, B, C, or D? Okay, let's review the answer. The correct answer is C. The request is for an estimated cost of minimum viable product, which is a core concept in agile development. The most appropriate estimation method in this context is to first estimate the size of the work in the MVP using user story points. Once the total story points for the MVP are known, the project manager can use the team's historical or projected velocity and cost per story point to forecast the budget for delivering that specific scope. Do you get the right answer? Okay. Next one. To bring a delayed project back on track. The decision was made to skip the testing phase for a recent deliverable to increase momentum. What would the project manager need to focus on as a result of this decision? A, B, C, or D? Please tell me your answer in the comment zone. Okay, everyone, you finished? The correct answer is C. Keeping quality steps like testing to go faster is a textbook definition of creating technical debt. You are borrowing time from the future. You get the product out faster now, but you will have to pay interest later in the form of fixing bugs, refactoring code, and dealing with stability issues. Professional PMs warn stakeholders that rushing creates this debt. Technical debt, refactoring, agile molding, pervasive testing, automated code quality analysis, definition of done. Next one. A project's critical path has been extended because the vendor failed to deliver key input due to the miscommunication. What should the project manager do next? A, B, C, or D? Please tell me your answer. Now let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is D. A vendor delivery failure that impacts the critical path is a major issue that requires immediate action. Since this is a common type of risk, a well-prepared project manager would have anticipated it and included a contingency plan in the risk register. The first and most disciplined action is to execute that plan. This could involve actions like contacting the backup supplier, authorize the expedited shipping, or resequencing other tasks. This demonstrates proactive risk management and is the fastest way to mitigate the schedule impact. Do you get the right answer? Good. A project team is performing extremely well when it comes to delivering the value-added features to the customer in each sprint. However, they are missing the documentation portion and the project manager must find a way to make sure the documentation is kept current. Which action should the project manager take? Okay. Read A, B, C, and D and tell me your answer. Now let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is A. The team is delivering features but skipping documentation. In Agile, if a necessary step like documentation is consistently missed, the solution is to make it explicitly required in the definition of done. That is DOD. This ensures that no feature can be marked complete until the documentation is finished, forcing the team to treat it as part of the core work, not as an afterthought. Next one. A company is eager to launch a new product to meet high market demand, but it must first pass a lengthy industry regulatory approval process. What should the project manager do to realize this opportunity? A. Communicate with industry's regulatory authority to grant the company an exception. B. Okay, I'll now read it. Please read. Time is up. What is your answer? Okay, D. This answer balances the two key realities of the business environment domain. First, compliance is non-negotiable. And two, the PM must deliver business value. The correct approach is to adhere to the mandatory regulations while using project schedule management techniques like cross tracking to speed up the work and meet the market demand. Do you get the right answer? Next one, and it's the last question. A project manager is justifying the cost of a new project for a not-for-profit organization to a group of sponsors. The focus is on demonstrating long-term value and sustainability rather than direct financial return. Which benefits realization metrics should the project manager use? Read the answer and tell me your answer. So what is your answer? The correct answer is C. For not-for-profit organization, traditional financial metrics like ROI or payback period may not be the most important. The focus is on long-term value and sustainability. Total value of ownership is a holistic metric that considers not just the initial costs, but also the long-term benefits and value generated by the project, including non-financial benefits like community impact, sustainability, and social good. This makes it the most appropriate metric for justifying this type of project. Okay. All right. We have done all the questions. Are you ready for the exam? If someone answered all questions correctly, please contact admin to get free PMP official guide, which was $20.75 or special offer. Thank you. And now, we finished today's mock test. SPOTO provides candidates with the latest and 100% valid exam questions to help candidates pass the exam. If you need to know more details, just contact our admin on our live broadcast and the demo test because you would like to prepare and pass a PMP exam. However, most of guys are so confused about it. If PMP have so many advantages, how can I get it? And which ways to study? I have to do work. How can I study? And some of guys must know PMP, but considers it a little difficult to get it, right? Maybe you're busy in work and no ideas to start. All of this confusion, SPOTO will help you solve it. So don't worry if you are interested on PMP and want to change your work situation, want to get a higher salary, just follow us today. You can get the answer. So now, how much time, please tell me how much time does it take to learn and pass PMP? Okay, there is no accurate answer. Two factors determine it: your current project management experience and the amount of time you can devote to preparation on a regular basis. Earning your PMP gives you a solid foundation for any field you want to pursue in IT. It covers the basics from IP addressing to security and automation. A PMP certification is a perfect start if you know you want to build or support that infrastructure. You can specialize later. Typically, it takes over 3 months. Yes, I see many of you type half a year or 5 months. But with good practice, you can pass exam in 14 days with SPOTO. So join us. Now let me help you to simplify the PMP exam process. Before you apply, make sure you meet of the following steps of PMP certification requirements in the step 1. Then move to step 2. Apply to take your exam. Document your experience and training by gathering information about project you've led and training you've completed. After getting approval, you can pay for the exam fee and pick the exam date. Are you wondering how to pass PMP exam in first try? SPOTO PMP one-stop solution. Know how. With proper learning and perseverance, you can easily overcome the obstacle. SPOTO's one-stop service, including 100% application approval, online training courses, 100% real exam dumps, proxy services, and recertification service, are designed to assist you in passing the exam on your first attempt. 100% pass guaranteed. Let's start with SPOTO PMP training. So why SPOTO PMP training courses is the best? An important reason is that PMP course is taught by a certified trainer who is authorized training partner instructor with years of training experience. We have 3 types of package in PMP training, and the hottest sell one is PMP training full package. You can get certified PDU and application approval quickly. If you don't have enough time, our PMP application service can help you gain enough project management experience and 35 conduct hours to be eligible for the PMP certification. In today's SPOTO live sale, you can enjoy a lower price for a whole year. The PMP training full package generally is $500. In today's live show, only $150. $150. Please check the link on the comment zone. Today only. Also, for the PMP Training Pro and Lifetime package, we have best sale as well. In today's live sale, you can enjoy a lower price for the whole year. The PMP Training Pro package is only $59.99. 3 months access to video training and certified PDU included. If you want lifetime access to the video, you can choose PMP Lifetime packages, original $500. Today is only $99. Hurry to order now. We can send you PDM study guides as well. What can SPOTO offer you? And why do we keep saying that our products are so special? Here, I'm going to explain all the reasons. Firstly, 100% pass verified questions and answers. Secondly, pass with minimum time. Thirdly, 7/24 professional support. And most importantly, 22 years of IT training experience. We are an understanding IT training institute with 22 years of experience. We have assisted thousands of candidates to pass their IT exam in their first try. Of course, actions speak louder than words. Check these PMP pass reports. Want to apply your PMP badge on your social profile? Just a simple way to get PMP certified like SPOTO candidates with our 100% real dumps and exam service. Also, compared to others, we provide fewer but most accurate questions to help you pass the PMP exam in shortest days. SPOTO PMP dump is high quality and at a favorable price. Time is money, right? So use SPOTO PMP short dumps to reduce your loss. And how do you get our service, right? There are 5 easy steps to get certified. Select your certification, pay, connect us, practice, and pass. Once we receive your payment, you can get access to their learning material within 30 minutes and notice the exam rules, and it will be the best to schedule your exam day ahead and share it with us. We'll keep in touch with you and follow your set plan. Once we get the notification of the exam stability, we will share it with you and at once and update the new materials with you. Our company, SPOTO, was founded in 2003 with a mission of change the fate by studying, build for a better future. Our dedication to becoming an IT online learning platform worldwide is what sets us apart. We specialize in IT certification and provide short pass material and practice tests to help you achieve your certification goals. Over the past 23 years, SPOTO has helped 100,000 candidates achieve their goals and get their PMP certifications. You can see the red flags on the picture indicates that SPOTO learners have successfully passed the exam at that exam center. As of April 2026, we serve in more than 152 countries and regions. We have launched over 300 products that have helped over 550,000 learners obtain their ID certifications. One of our product achievements is that over 2,500 CCIE holders are from SPOTO. Yes, we are so proud of this. In other words, almost 10% of CCIE holders in the world are SPOTO learners. At SPOTO, we have a team of passionate and experienced instructors who are committed to UX success. They have spent decades carefully creating our learning materials with your training journey in mind, and we are confident that you will find our courses to be of the highest quality. We are thrilled to share that our candidates have left highly positive feedback about our services. We are so proud to display here. Yes, you can see on the picture. SPOTO can provide many more IT certification services, but due to the time limit, I cannot introduce them one by one. If you are interested in any one of them, join our group and ping admin. Admin, please share the group link in the comment section. Thank you. Okay, how time flies. Hurry to order, it's a flash sale will end soon. Remember, nearly changes destiny. Upskill yourself with SPOTO today and get certified tomorrow. More questions? Okay, please pin our admin or join our group to get more details and free ebooks. Thank you. See you next week.